Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever part of the day this video chooses to reach you. I hope you're feeling fine. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you realize that you're blessed. Why you're blessed? Because you get to see this beautiful day when somebody else in the world did not get to see it. So adopt that attitude of gratitude and just be mindful. Just be mindful. Ah, today, today I wanted to come to you guys and touch on a topic that I know a lot of you guys are seeing going on in the news. You guys don't probably know what's going on with it. It's the debt ceiling talks. Every year it seems like you're gonna have this revolving door of circus and theater that the Republicans and Democrats put on in Congress to say, hey, one side is overspending, one side needs to stop spending so much, one side needs to do this, one side needs to do that. A bunch of just headaches. So I just wanted to come to you guys and explain a few things, a couple of topics today to point out how it affects you and us in our everyday lives. Firstly, don't get discouraged and think that the United States is ever going to run out of money. I know I see a lot of people talk about, oh, well, we got money to send here, we got money to send there, how we ain't got money to pay our own bills. Remember, this is just political theater being put on every year. So just get used to seeing it. But how does it affect us? Firstly, the student loan forgiveness program that Joe Biden wanted to do or is still doing, that's tied up in the Supreme Court right now. The decision should be out by the end of June. The Republicans wanted that off the table, and they had that in the deal, and he said no. Um, and they backed off of it. But what they did not back off of, and what he agreed to, was to end the pause on student loan payments. So that will resume later on this year. So be prepared for that. Um, what also happened, unfortunately, and I think this was a give and take situation, was there was an increase on the age limit on SNAP recipients. So unfortunately, they're trying to extend the age range to 54 years old for people that are eligible to get SNAP benefits. So get ready for your grandparents to start working again. But what they did not get was a increase on the work requirements for Medicaid. So it was a give and take with the public assistance. So you win some, you lose some. What else? How else does it affect us? The IRS. One of the big key points with the Republican Party, they wanted to have the IRS defunded to damn near like nothing. And I won't say that they got their wish because they did get a big cut to the IRS's funding by the tune of I think $1.4 billion or 1.64 billion, somewhere in the billion, 1 point something billion dollars. Well, the budget got cut, so the IRS did get their budget cut. Now, one thing they also are going to do is they're going to move and repurpose a lot of that COVID money. When we went through the pandemic, the government set aside a lot of money for COVID relief, COVID this, COVID that, COVID the other, and some of that has gone unused. So they're going to repurpose a lot of that funds as well. We're going to start seeing some shifts in the way that these COVID programs were being handled because a lot of that funding is going to be done. Another thing I think was kind of cool and kind of heady by Biden was he negotiated to where we won't have to deal with these talks for the next 2 years. So essentially, what will happen is Biden has put this off to the whole next presidency's run. So if he's in office next term, he'll have to deal with it again. But if he's not, somebody else said it. So I think that was kind of a pretty savvy move. Um, let's see. Another thing that happened with it, another thing that's in that bill is the Republicans lost their battle to cut a lot of what was going on with the clean energy tax cuts. So that's been cut. Unfortunately, they don't get that. So yeah. So Congress is going to vote on that on Wednesday. We're not going to ever run out of money. So we'll see what happens Wednesday. Peace. Love you guys.